Welcome back, everybody, to the Detroit Lions franchise here on Madden 20. As today, we got some playoff football against the 8-7-1 Dallas Cowboys. Not the team I was expecting to see here in the second round of the postseason, but here we are. Our Lions, of course, went 16-0 this season, just the second team in NFL history to go 16-0, the first one being the 2007 Patriots. Yes, that does not include the 72 Dolphins. They went 14-0. And as you can tell by our schedule, even though we won every game, not a lot were blowouts. Most of these wins were close, with our only real blowout coming against the Cowboys. Isn't that a coincidence? This was the game right after our bye week. We won 37-9 at home. Absolutely dominated them. As I wanted to look at the box score of what happened in that game. Tez Lawson didn't even play that well. It was Kerryon Johnson in the run game who really dominated. Kerryon finished with 3 touchdowns on the day. Dak Prescott threw 3 picks, and that's how we were able to get the win. Obviously, our Lions do not have a lot of playoff success in recent memory. One playoff win since 1957. Yes, January 5th, 1992, which would also happen to be against the Dallas Cowboys. So we got some deja vu here. This Cowboys roster is very good and very similar to their real-life roster, with the only difference being no Ezekiel Elliott. He is on the Cardinals, who will be facing off against Carolina to see who makes the NFC Championship. They still got Dak Prescott at quarterback. He's now 29 years old, still doing his thing at an 84 overall. And let's get this show on the road. The 4-seeded 8-7-1 Dallas Cowboys headed to the Motor City to take on the 16-0 Detroit Lions. The Lions are heavy favorites to make the Super Bowl in the NFC, mainly because it's a very weak conference. Lions being favorites to make the Super Bowl should not be in the same sentence, but with how this season is gone, it's actually true. This is going to be a fun one for the Lions. Last season, they did make the playoffs, their first home playoff game since sometime in the 1990s, and they lost in a close thriller to the New Orleans Saints, a game that the Lions should have won, but slipped by late. That sounds like a lot of Lions games in the past. Of course, here is Tez Lawson, who is coming off a phenomenal game 2 weeks ago in Week 17 against the Eagles. Maybe the best game I've seen him play in his first 2 seasons with the Lions. Of course, here's a look at the playoff bracket. The Panthers will be playing Arizona, while in the AFC, the Jets would play the Houston Texans, and the Chiefs played the number 1 seeded Cleveland Browns. So let's get this show on the road. Sylvester Finch back deep to return the kickoff for Dallas. Sam Martin, the punter out of Appalachian State, has his ball teed off, and we are underway. Divisional round. Playoff football is here. Finch will take it out of his own end zone, brought down at the 25 by Owen Jackson and a few other defenders. So here comes out Dak Prescott. The Cowboys beat rookie quarterback Luis Salazar and the Vikings a week ago to appear in this game. Dak finished the season with 27 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Of course, 3 of those picks were against Detroit. Early 3rd and 1 here. Handoff for Tony Pollard. He's going to get the first down and more. Nice gain for Pollard. Had he been a little bit faster on that play, he could have broke out a much bigger run. Still a solid gain nonetheless. Now another 3rd down. This one is from the 47. Here's Prescott looking to throw it. He has time. Now going to scramble a little bit. He's going to yeet it for the end zone, and it's deflected by Tracy Walker and Justin Coleman. The double coverage was not what Dallas was looking for there. Ethan Skinner, the intended target. So now Detroit has it at the 6 after a great punt. Lawson going to look for Lawrence Parnell, the rookie, out of Louisville. The Louisville product down the field would be caught at the 39 by Byron Jones, but not before gaining 55 on the run. Now, from about the 21, 3rd down and 5 for Detroit. Here is Lawson going to look to throw it under pressure. 2 defenders there, and it's Leighton Vander Esch with the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence also in the vicinity as well. That'll bring out the field goal unit. Here's Matt Prater, who's had a train wreck of the season after missing only 1 kick last year. He missed 13 this year, and he will make that one from 46 yards out, and the Lions are on the board. They'll take a 3-0 lead. So here returns the Dallas offense back to Pollard, who's going backwards on 1st down. Tracy Walker and Trey Flowers both there with the tackle. I don't know why they're showing Chidobe Awuzie. I don't think he was there. 2nd and 12 now. Prescott back to Pollard. He's going to try to gain positive yardage on this play, and he gains a lot more than positive yardage. Getting 20, hit out of bounds by Walker once again. Now from the 44. It is 1st down. Another handoff for Pollard. He's going backwards this time once again, losing 4. Mike Renwick and Shaquem the Dream Griffin there with the play. That would lead to a 3rd and 9 now. Here is Prescott. He has an open man deep, and it's caught for a 1st down and more, as that is the tight end Ricky Seals-Jones making the play. Dak's first completion of the game. Now Dak going on the read option. The Lions cannot read it. Gets by Harrison Smith and is eventually tackled out of bounds of a 4 by Tracy Walker, who's been all over the field so far and the only one who really wants to tackle on this Lions team. 2nd and goal. Handoff for Pollard. He's going backwards. Mike Renwick, the rookie out of Illinois, making the stop. Now it's a 3rd and goal. Here is Dak from the 6, looking for the end zone. That's a touchdown for Amari Cooper. And them boys are on the board. They'll make it a 7-3 game. Here comes out the Detroit offense, trying to do a little bit better than a field goal. Lawson on 2nd down, scrambling like he's late on a date, trying to do something with his legs. Doesn't really work, as it's Wilson who brings him down for the sack. Now a 3rd and 10. This will likely be the last play of the 1st quarter. Lawson airs it out for Juju Smith-Schuster for a nice gain, bringing it all the way to the 32. Lawson has completed 3 passes and has 105 yards through the 1st quarter. Lions really stretching the field early. Now here in the 2nd quarter, Kenny Golladay going to bring it to the 2. And Detroit is very close to the end zone and very close to regaining the lead. 1st and goal now at the 2. When in doubt, as the great R&P once said, keep calm and carry on. Touchdown for Kerryon Johnson. And the Lions will make it a 10-7 ball game. Johnson, of course, had 3 scores last time these two teams faced off. 2nd and 3. There is Pollard losing a few. Tavai, Davis, Renwick, all there with the tackle. Now it's a 3rd and 5 from the 30. Here's Dak Attack, the former Mississippi State Bulldog. His pass is incomplete. And the Lions would get the football back. And with plus field position, too. Lions now have it at the 49, a little bit past the 50. Here's Lawson scrambling like eggs on a frying pan, trying to find someone open. And he connects with his tight end, T.J. Hawkinson, who will get it to the 16-yard line. Now 2nd and 3 from the 9. Can Detroit extend their lead? T-Law looking to throw it under pressure. And there's DeMarcus Lawrence going downstairs where Daddy hides the vodka. It's now 4th and 11. Detroit forced to kick the field goal. This is a pretty easy one. 34 yards out, about the length of an extra point. As Prater makes it, now 13-7. Cowboys have it back late in the 1st half. Prescott can't find anyone open. Outstanding coverage from Detroit, and he would eventually be sacked by Mike Renwick, the NFC Defensive Rookie of the Year. Sorry, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Doing some Fortnite dances. Lions have it back. Lawson gets it to an open man. That's Kenny Golladay, who's trying to outrun the white boy, Jonathan Wick, who does eventually catch up to him, but still a nice gain. Lawson, 8 completions, 212 yards. That's pretty incredible. 2nd and 9. There is T.J. Hawkinson, the tight end, getting it past the 25. The Lions going to call a timeout. They are out. 11 seconds left at the 7. Detroit pretty much has to go for the end zone here, and if they don't get it, kick a field goal. 2nd down. Lawson under some pressure, and he'll just throw it in the back of the end zone. Smart call from Tez, and that'll send the field goal unit out. Here is Matt Prater to make it a 2-score game before halftime. The kick is up, and it is good. And Detroit will make it a 9-point lead headed into the locker rooms. Detroit does get to start the second half on offense, which is big. As you look at those numbers, over 225 yards of passing for Detroit. Dallas, meanwhile, has only 25. Since this is the last game of the weekend, we already know who won the other games. Carolina defeated Arizona and will advance to the NFC Championship. The AFC Championship will, meanwhile, be faced off against the Houston Texans, who beat the Jets, and the Kansas City Chiefs, who upset the Browns. Welcome to the second half. Juju Smith-Schuster drops the pass, intercepted by Anthony Brown, and he is gone. Untouched like weekend homework. And that is the break the Cowboys needed to get back in this game. That was a nice pass to Smith-Schuster, but he just dropped it. I think he was too focused on what he was going to do after the catch. Brown was able to get the interception, excellent awareness, score the touchdown, and now ensuing Lions possession. The Cowboys will get a stop as Leighton Vander Esch does not let Kerryon get the first down. So now Dallas will get it back. Quite the start to the third quarter here for the Cowboys. 3rd and inches, Dak gonna keep it himself. Breaks a tackle, gets pounded out of bounds by Renwick, but still a nice first down run for Dak. Now from the 48, here's Dak gonna drop back to pass it. Nice out route. That'll be caught for a Dallas first down, bringing it to the 30, and they will keep the chains moving. Prescott only had 3 completions in the first half, starting to get into a groove here in the second. As on second down, there's Jared Davis with a huge sack, knocking Dallas out of field goal range, making it a 3rd and 18. It would still be a long attempt if Dallas were to go for it, but now they're officially out of field goal range. Check down for Pollard does not work. He loses 3. Mike Renwick brings him down. Now the Lions have it back, still with the lead. Lawson on 2nd and 11, trying to create something out of nothing, taking a shot for Kerryon Johnson, who gets it to the 35-yard line. Dallas will challenge the call, and we would not get a great angle here, but after looking at the replay, does not look like Kerryon got either foot in bounds. So this was a good challenge by the Dallas Cowboys. This call would be reversed as you take another look right there. Yeah, he does not get either foot in. Good reverse from the officials. 3rd and 11, though. Lawson is still in the zone after that. Looking deep for Lawrence Parnell. That'll be a gain of 37, and the Lions get the first down. Now a 3rd and 7 at the 44. T-Law looking to throw it. He will connect, this time with Kerryon Johnson for a gain of 25. Tracked down from behind by Jalen Smith, but still a big gain. Now 3rd and 2 at the 11. Lawson, risky pass, and it's going to get picked. There's Jalen Smith making the play. Lawson's first interception was not his fault. That one was all his fault. Really bad pass, very ill-advised into double coverage. Probably should have just thrown it away. And that was 3rd down, too. Absolute killer. Trying to get it to Hawkinson. I don't really know why he made that pass. And now it's still a 2-point game late in the 3rd. First down, there's Pollard losing 2. Shaquem Griffin and Jared Davis with a play, and Tony Pollard has been pretty much ineffective since the start of the second. Now 3rd and 2. Welcome to the 4th quarter. Dak is incomplete, but we got a penalty flag. Pass interference on Chidobe Awuzie, the former Dallas Cowboy. Not only is that an automatic first down, but also an extra 15 yards. Now from a 25, first down. Prescott going to heave it for the end zone, and he's picked. Chidobe Awuzie makes the play. Probably should have taken a knee in the end zone, but still, I think he got a little bit excited. The NFC Defensive Back of the Year making a play against his former team. Massive turnover, and the Lions will get the football back. Excellent defensive play. The Cowboys were really starting to gain some momentum too, but Chidobe Awuzie intercepts all of their momentum. 3rd and inches now. Lawson dropping back to pass and under pressure. He's going to be sacked by Wilson. His 2nd sack of the day at that sub-linebacker spot. And now Dallas has it. Prescott on first down is sacked. Here's Mike Renwick, his 2nd sack of the day. Renwick has been outstanding here in his postseason debut. 3rd and 15. Prescott fakes the sack from Davis, but is brought down by another rookie, Jaquavius Highsmith, and Dak is down. That could be a massive blow for the Cowboys. Lions have it back now from the 31. Here is Lawson. Gets it to Galladay. And that will go past the 50 for a gain of 21. Now it's 3rd and 21 after a penalty as Lawson looking to throw it. Surveying the field. He will throw it in the middle of nowhere. Really bad pass. Could have been picked. But nevertheless, it's incomplete. Dallas will get it back. And you may notice that under center at quarterback is Dak Prescott. He's going to toughen it out. Prescott on first down. Nice pass for his main man right there, Amari Cooper. He burned Awuzie. Now from the 46, Dak going to get it over to Ricky Seals-Jones. Tracy Walker thought he had that interception, and Seals-Jones is actually going to be down after the play. Cowboys starting to lose some offensive pieces here in the 4th. Obviously, Prescott is back. That could be a big loss. First down, Dak is dancing in the pocket. Remember that twerking pregame routine? I think he was just doing that. Eventually would be sacked, however, by Shaquem Griffin. Now 3rd and 3. Dallas got to convert. I'm still sure if they're happy with a field goal, as the short pass for Tony Pollard would be wrapped up for a loss of 1 by Walker. So here comes the field goal unit to make it a 1-point lead for the Cowboys. The kick is good, and Dallas is now up. So now it's Tez's turn. Can the Lions drive down the field and potentially win their first playoff game since 1992? That's 31 years ago now in game. As Lawrence Parnell brings it to the 44 for a gain of 22. Nice start to the drive. Next play. Here is Lawson going to look to throw it. Has time. Short pass for Hawkinson. And he is pushed out by Leighton Vander Esch for a gain of 6, but we got a flag. Unnecessary roughness on Leighton Vander Esch. That's an additional 15 and an automatic first down. Lions would now get it to the 35. They're already in field goal range, and this drive just started. I think now it's a matter of how much time will Dallas have left and if Detroit gets a touchdown or a field goal. Here's Lawson deep for his tight end Hawkinson, who brings it to the 6. So now it's looking more and more likely it's going to be a touchdown. 3rd and goal at the 4. Massive play here. Lawson scrambling, looking, rough pass, and it's caught by the rookie. Lawrence Parnell with the touchdown. He had 13 receiving scores in the regular season. Gets one here. Maybe the most important. Actually, easily the most important. Now the Lions are going to go for 2. Try to make it a 7-point game, and that they will do. Miles Sanders will run it in safely. And now the Lions are up by 7 with 2:50 to play. What can Dallas do here? 2nd and 2. Screen pass for Ethan Skinner. He loses 2. That's Chidobe Awuzie with the tackle. Now it's a 3rd and 2. Dallas has to convert or else they'll have a tough decision on 4th down. Handoff for Sutherland. That's awfully close, but I don't think he got it. Renwick and Darius Slay there with the tackle. And indeed, he does not get it. 4th and inches. The Cowboys are going to go for it. I'm a little bit surprised by this call. I was expecting a punt. Handoff for Sutherland, and he is stopped for a loss of 2 by Jared Davis, and that pretty much does it. Lions going to choose some clock. 3rd and 11 from the 29. Handoff for Kerryon Johnson. He's going backwards for a loss of 1. So that'll send the field goal unit out. 47-yard kick for Matt Prater to make it a 2-score lead. The kick is up, and it is barely good. I thought for a second that one would be short, but Prater does make it, and it is a 10-point game. Dallas is going to need points, an onside kick, and more points, and they're not going to get points. Chidobe Awuzie with the ice and the dagger, just like last game. His 2nd interception of the evening. And the Detroit Lions, for the first time in 31 years, have won a playoff game. Tez Lawson takes the final knee, and the Lions are 1 win away from making the Super Bowl. I can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth. The Lions will play for a shot next week for Super Bowl 57, hosting Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Looking at the box score, Dallas made it tough, but we were able to hold on. Tez Lawson was solid, not great. One of the picks wasn't his fault. The other one was a really bad throw. Dak didn't play particularly well once again, and we were certainly the better team in this football game, but I don't think we played all that well. I think we could have played better, but luckily Dallas played worse. Running the ball, 2.6 yards a pop for Kerryon. Not really his fault, but run blocking was not great. They couldn't really run the ball either. Receiving, Lawrence Parnell is outstanding. And the rest of our big 4, Parnell, Hawkinson, Galladay, and Juju, were all very good as well. Juju of 69 yards. Nice. The leading receivers for Dallas were Seals Jones and Amari Cooper, both of whom got hurt late. I suppose that's interesting. The offensive line pass blocking-wise was good. I was expecting DeMarcus Lawrence to have a bigger day, and he only had 1 sack. So credit to the right tackle, Akeem Downing, for keeping him upright. The linebacking core was outstanding. Jared Davis, Shaquem Griffin, and Mike Renwick combined for 8 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, actually 4 sacks, and those 3 were absolutely phenomenal in this game. I think the MVPs for Detroit have to be the linebackers, Renwick, Davis, and Griffin, and then Chidobe Awuzie, obviously, with the 2 interceptions. He was very good as well. So as I already mentioned who won, but now you can see the scores. Chiefs beat the number 1 seeded Browns pretty easily. Texans destroy the Jets. Panthers on the road in Arizona barely squeak by. And obviously we beat Dallas. So next week we'll be playing Carolina for a shot to the Super Bowl. and Kansas City will be headed to H-Town to take on the Houston Texans. So either Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson will make their first career Super Bowl. Obviously, Mahomes' Super Bowl in real life doesn't technically count. I'll do a more in-depth preview for next episode, but it is worth noting that we did play Carolina the game before Dallas, and we won that one by a score of 20-10. I don't really remember that game too well, but Luke Kuechly, all I know, is scary. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Deuces.